feeling like I'm Akademiks.
Guess who's back? We're not back, but guess who's there? Guess who's at the Diddy trial today, y'all? Everybody making their cameos. I would imagine to see Jaguar Wright next.
Gee, if you've seen all of that and was at puppy parties,
Don't play with me, boy.
And you the same size as Uncle Phil, and you the same size as Professor Ogilvy, and you the same size as Lucian.
why he roasted like this? Why this nigga roasting Gene Deal like this? He said you the same size as Uncle Phil and Professor Ogilvy. Yo, who's old enough in here to remember who Professor Ogilvy is? Oh shit. Ogilvy, this is hilarious. Why niggas try to play with Professor Ogilvy like this, bro? Watch this.
Gee, if you've seen all of that and was at puppy parties,
Don't play with me, boy.
And you the same size as Uncle Phil, and you the same size as Professor Ogilvy, and you the same size as Lucien Griez, Clive Davis.
How you doing? Okay.
Why you want us to believe that you weren't at them parties participating in that behavior, G? We heard everything you got to say on the line, G. G, are you a victim of Diddy?
Yo, chat. You know what I've been told? And Myron told me this too. Chat. I hear this heavy trolling going on up in here. I don't know if you think they're gonna troll me if I pull up. I don't think they're gonna troll me. Everybody love Big Act. They love Big Act.
Hey, y'all, give him some space, y'all. Hold up. Okay, hold on. I think we're
Wait.
Are you testifying today?
Not at all.
You aren't. So why are you here? Tell
All right, please give him some
Because
space,
you were the
y'all.
original
Give him
person
some
that
space.
told us about Diddy for
Please
years.
give him some
I
space.
was never scared. And he never sued too. So tell us, why are you here then?
All right, watch our backs, y'all. Watch our backs.
I ain't gonna lie, Gene looked like he was trying to bring Shorty to the Diddy party. What? Gene, I'm not mad at you, bro. You know Gene and Wack is beefing? I went to Gene's Instagram. Y'all went to Gene's Instagram? Y'all went to Gene's Instagram? Gene Deal. Why I go on Gene's Instagram and look, this nigga got a picture of Wack on a bed, bro. Like, this picture right here. I can't even show the whole thing type shit. Like, this nigga got Wack on the bed just laying down on Clubhouse. Man, y'all leave Wack alone, man. Wack a G. Wack a gangster, nigga.
This is Diddy's former bodyguard. We gotta proceed with caution. He will body slam my ass. But I'm gonna say, can we get a
How are
scoop?
you? I was just watching you last night. That's crazy.
Thank you.
I just saw your
Hey,
video.
sir. Good morning. How are you? Happy Monday. Can we get a scoop on anything new?
So what brings you in today?
Anything that used to happen that you might have seen?
Wow.
That you just wouldn't say? Okay. We got a reaction. That's cool. I can deal with that.
Diva.
This is Diddy's.
Okay. So Gene Deal is there. Let's see. Gene Deal. Let's see. Oh, okay.
Gene, are you testifying today?
Not at all.
You aren't. So why are you here? Tell us.
Is that the person y'all said be talking shit about me? This person? Okay, all right. You got the shit. This nigga started roasted. Ain't you built like Uncle Phil?
Size as Uncle Phil, and you the same size as Professor Ogilvy, and you the same size as Lucien Griez, Clive Davis.
How you doing?
Okay.
Why you want us to believe that you weren't at them parties participating in that behavior, G? We heard everything you got to say on the line, G. G, are you a victim of Diddy?
Hey, y'all, give him some space, y'all. Hold up.
Okay, hold on. I think we're
All right, man. All right, man. Okay. All righty then.
What, you live?
Yeah, I'm live. Because we getting ready to go into court. It's over.
What's over?
No, I'm just saying, it's over. I just wanted to get a little something before we went into the courthouse. That's it. You go live. You live? All right.
Does Gene Deal got a channel? Gene Deal YouTube channel. Does he have a YouTube channel? The Gene Deal Show. Oh, he did.
Come on, bro. Come on.
On the ground.
I'm calling it. All of them hoes.
Shouting, go, Gene, go.
It's real.
Huh?
Hey, y'all come on in here. Let me see if I get a few people in. $250 ticket down here just to come to this court shit. It was well worthwhile seeing that nigga have to face some of the shit that he got to face. And that's real talk. You understand what I'm saying? What's good? How everybody doing out there? I was on live with my man Paperwork early, and then I had to go into the court. So when I went into the courtroom, I had to put my phones up and shit like that. Now, I want y'all to know I seen Dawn testimony and her best friend Karen, her testimony. And
Hold on. We'll get back to this. TMZ just published the pictures of Cassie's injuries. And Diddy's federal sex trafficking trial is chugging along, and Cassie took the stand last week for 4 days of intense testimony, where she told the jury Diddy physically abused her during a relationship. Photos of the injuries Cassie says she sustained at the hands of Diddy has now entered as exhibits in the case. By the way, these are already put in court. Now, you know, they're proven for the press and for them to be entered in the docket that people could actually see. So we've collected some of the most compelling photos for y'all to see, and this is when she was hiding the fact that she had supposedly her eye was swollen up. Wow, she did have a fat lip. Jesus Christ. Whoa. On one image, Cassie snapped a selfie of her swollen, busted lip, and she's wearing a hoodie, hiding her eyes behind a big pair of sunglasses. Here's another one, and I guess this shows the kind of swelling and bruising. And it says, click here to see the injury. This is the government exhibit. By the way, she claims that this deep cut still exists now. There's a good of blood and open flesh and appears to be some swelling and bruising too. Same injury appears to be shown in separate photos later on because it appeared to be healing, so it was healing at this point. Though there's still a decent wound on her left brow. Wow. Cassie's seen the fourth photo with her back turned, and she has a shirt off, and there appears to be a dark bruise on her left butt cheek, some more bruising on her left shoulder blade. Okay. In addition, Cassie testified about Diddy abusing her. We've also heard testimony from Danny Kaine singer Dawn Richard and Cassie former friend. Okay, all right, so.
Okay. Diddy asked for a break, and the judge told him, that shit was crazy. The judge told him, said, well, we're going to break at 12. He said, well, I want to break now. A couple of minutes. And judge let him break. I was like, damn, is he running the courtroom now? This shit was crazy. It was real crazy. I said, is he running the courtroom? So now.
You know what's kind of sad? They're looking and, not treating. They're looking at Diddy like he's a farm animal. Like, niggas is just showing up to be like, yo, let me see this nigga before he goes down and slaughter. Right? Like, everybody's just showing up just to look at Diddy and be like, oh, he over there.
I had to wear my Ferg 54 shirt down here. You know what I'm saying? Had to run my Ferg 54 shirt down here. So now,
Imagine
Dawn,
this. Thank you for the gifted sub, and also
the
heater on deck.
prosecution did a great job with her, but the defense lit her up. It seemed like she was only doing this for compensation. She had talked to the federal government a couple of times, and she never said none of the stuff that she said until.
Wow. So we're getting consistent reports. Dawn Richard took a L. I think Cassie's testimony is mixed. I still think Diddy did what his team, his lawyers, Estavio, I think she did what she needed to do. But a lot of people are coming back now and saying Dawn Richards or Dawn Richard, she looked like she's just out there for the money. Now, granted, she's not a victim, so to speak, in necessarily the sex trafficking stuff, even though she claims that she was, part of some compensation. I don't know if she's claiming forced labor, but they're saying that she don't seem too believable, or it kind of struck on the jury and people that were watching, like, I don't know.
After Cassie tried to say that she continued to have a working relationship with Diddy, but then she said that she was scared, and she was scared for her life, but she continued to have a working relationship with him. I met Tupac several times, man. We're not talking about that, though. I already seen Tiss. She ran up on me. All right, so we're doing. Nah, they don't want me to testify. I'm not testifying today. If I testify, he's gonna be buried just on the shit he said about Dawn them. He actually, and I heard him, and I was law enforcement at the time. He said, I'm gonna drug them and pimp them out.
Oh, shit. God damn. By the way, Grand Heights, thank you for the 10. It says, they got them all over the hood. There's white boxes on the street lamps. Okay, you're talking about the little things the gunshot detectors. They triangulate the sounds and create a point where the shooting is taking place. Wow. I wonder if they ever get false positive. Daddy Logic says, man, Diddy was hanging with Saucy Santana, your arch nemesis. Shit, maybe use Young Miami to get closer to. Never know. Issy Wells say, I specialize in photography, videography, graphic design, and social media management. I was wondering, do you possibly have any job openings, man? Send an email, bro. PT Bullet Boy Gaming says, bro, call Dr. Umar, man. Ak won't leave white bees alone. Who? Me? Stop it. Low Life Braid says, I like the no skincare Charlamagne better. We talked about this already. This is from when we were talking about the Charlamagne stuff. Westside Wolf says, Charlotte asked Diddy, was he gay during the Breakfast Club? He did. Diddy never really answered it directly. He just kind of skirted around it. Sincerely Yours says, look up Ray Daniels. He says it's Keisha's fault and makes a lot of sense. What, Keisha's fault? What are you talking about? Sylvia Robinson, thank you for the 2. He says, how could you be scared and cheating with the other guy? That's a good point. You're saying that if Cassie was so scared of Diddy, why was she cheating? Knowing that if she was cheating, she was going to get her ass beat even more. Grand Heights reminded me that was Young Jock interview on Vlad where it said that Diddy saw in the club a hairstyle and told Cassie to adopt it. Your real thing for the 2 says Diddy was getting that Ellen Dick Henneris. Okay. Legendary says we played it. Thank you, Legendary, for the 5. Jay Weather says, look up Diddy's reaction on Jimmy Kimmel when they asked about Gene Deal comment on the Bodyguard and look how serious his face got. Yeah, I remember that. I'll play it in a little bit if I got time. ED7 King says, he's already talking about the West jumping Joey. No, we didn't yet. Bro, isn't Joey Badass trying to... Y'all got to tell me. Y'all got to put me on game. We'll try to get on it together. Pause. Ain't he trying to battle with Kendrick? Yeah, Kendrick needs to respond, okay? Boosie hosts topless parties. She's just yapping. Does Boosie still do that topless party? Missy, thank you for the 10. It says, regarding the Diddy cheesecake incident, allegedly the cheesecake was for Beyonce. Yeah, I heard that too. She was craving it when she was visiting the studio. Love you, Ak. Well, here's the thing, though. That cheesecake's going to be half melted, kind of soggy and fucking humid as fuck after you get them to do that. So would you give that to Beyonce? So I know the idea was for Beyonce, but I gotta imagine he probably sent a vehicle to go get that for Beyonce, and probably sent them niggas just to give them busy work. Dreamlit Beats, thank you for the 10 and says, happy belated act. Appreciate you. King Buck 360, thank you for the gifted subs. Grand Heights, we did play Nate the Lawyer. Andrew says they all act like they F with you, but not one celebrity posts you on your birthday act F the industry. I know you feel like Drake right now. Now a couple of them did hit me privately. A bunch of them did hit me privately. I'm not even gonna lie to you. A bunch of them definitely did hit me privately. I haven't even gotten back to everybody. Oh shit, yeah. Rollo hit me. It's most of the no disrespect, the lesser unknown ones. Kwani hit me. Not much of the bigger rappers, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I never posted about my birthday on my main page. I only posted about it on my personal. Like, I'm pretty sure if I had made a main page post, maybe it would have gotten, like, if my intent was to get celebrities or rappers to just say congratulations, or not congratulations, happy birthday. So I don't hold it over a lot of people, but I get what you're saying. King Kivo Kato says, act getting skitty. Put me on with a diet. Man, stop drinking and eating after a certain time. Or just take the Ozempic, you feel me? Yeah, my boy told me he's on Ozempic the other day. He's like, man, it's like, that shit been working. I've been fucking more bitches. I was like, oh, shit. Manga. Thank you. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. I'm guessing you're a girl. Thank you for the hearts. And Gregory Richards says, work. Mike Jones says, there's a video on Money Buys Happiness with the girl that went to Diddy freak-offs. I wish Ack would watch. She talks about going into the clubs and shit and getting into people's parties. Mike Jones, I seen you comment on J-Dub's thing, and also why was 50 Cent's ex mentioned in the early docs? What was her involvement? Well, they dated. They definitely dated. Or, obviously, Diddy wasn't dating one woman, but they were involved. Was she involved in freak-offs? I don't know. For some reason, I kind of feel like she would not be involved in freak-offs, and just because of this one thing. Because if Diddy did want to keep a secret that much, you have to imagine anything you do around or say to his baby moms, if she ever becomes cool with the nigga, she's liable to go tell him, and he's liable to say whatever. You say you see muscle definition? Bro, I'm telling you, yo, listen, I'm actually doing, remember that leak I told you? I got to do some drywall shit. I've been like, not really working out, but just like lifting a lot of shit, so feels like I'm working out. I don't know. All right. Let's listen to Gina a little bit more, then we'll get back to the tweets. Let's cue up some tweets. But let's listen to Gene. Okay, we do have some tweets queued up. Remember, the person who's on the stand now is David James, a personal assistant. We're going to play a little bit more. It's only like 3 more minutes of what Gene was talking about, and then we'll get right back to the tweets, okay?
We had a whole conversation about that shit. But no, I'm not testifying, y'all. I don't think he's going to walk, because you got to understand the racketeering and the prostitution and those charges right there. Paying prostitution is against the law, and the federal government, that's easy. You know, they got the receipts from that shit. So, no, he's not going to walk. And I thought, and I want to tell y'all something. I thought that he had 34 counts, but what happened is they broke that shit down, and they only went on 5 counts. And those 5 counts that they going on.
It's only 5 counts. The predicate offenses fall under the racketeering.
I had this D Ferg shirt on him. I didn't really want the nigga to see me, but the next time I'm gonna have something when they see me, it's gonna crush him. I'm gonna have something on that he know that's gonna crush him. I got Big originally a sweater from Brooklyn Mint, the one that they specially made for Big with his birthday and every shit on the back of it. I have that. I want him to see me with that on when I walk in the courtroom.
I ain't gonna lie, these niggas hate the shit out of Diddy, bro. God damn. Yo, it's like they want this nigga to die. Like, and what I'm saying is like, yo, he's already charged. He's gonna go through the process. He's gonna get found guilty or innocent of whatever he supposedly did. The proof is the government claimed they got the proof. The people are gonna judge if the proof is enough. But a lot of these dudes, they really hate the fuck out of this thing. And now I understand his point too. Like, he claims that, you know, he was helpless and you know, he was around for a lot of fucked up shit that Diddy did, and he wanted Diddy to get, you know, be taken care of in terms of in the justice system and look like it's happening. But he still want to stick it to him a little bit. I could tell. Ain't no way Lorma G came over to the Academy and said, yo, just to let you know, Rumble R Block got the best chat all day. 3-Car King, thank you for 5. I'm about to read Rumble chats in 1 second. He said, happy belated, Ak. I've been watching you since WIC/2K streams, okay? With Herman James. Get your Breitling watch and get ready to go to Fogo de Chao. Yo, you're the best, bro. Joe Music 931 says, what is he going to do if Diddy beat the case? I don't know what a lot of people are going to do. I mean, well, I think at that point, there's going to be a narrative that justice never got prevailed, and then it's probably going to be on an OJ thing. I'm going to be honest with you, where they're going to be like, watch, he's not going to beat the civil cases, though, right?
Okay. Is he on the paperwork? This is my YouTube channel. I got to go to the paperwork there. I'm trying to, let me get back on there. Hold on, y'all. This shit is crazy. I called paperwork. I'm trying to see what's going on. He must have left the channel on.
Okay. All right, all good. There's another update woman who I was told was really good. And she has a like really compelling title. I don't know